Welcome back, my future leaders. This is Harshi, your SST buddy. Today I am continuing with the chapter number 17, which is Story of the Past of your course book, Time Travelers Acknowledged series by Amit Publishing House. Now get ready. Exercise, you need to identify this picture, which is the historical monument of India. Where is this monument situated? This monument is Qutub Minar and it is situated in New Delhi. And describe the architecture in brief and also who built this monument, right? Qutbuddin Aibak, he built this Qutub Minar, right? And architecture means it is made with red sandstone, right? It is 5-story building or minar, you'll say, right? And it has inscriptional band, right? Some inscriptional band is there. So this is about the Qutub Minar. You can Google it for more information, right? Now, let's start with chapter, kids. Indian history tell us how, when and where people developed the earliest culture in India. If you will see history, story is hidden under this, right? Story. So, story means, history means it tells the story of past, right? So, you can understand history tells the story of past, how, when and where people developed the earlier culture, right? In history, it can be divided into 3 periods, right? First is ancient period, second is medieval period, and the third is modern period. Modern period means the present scenarios, right? So our history can be divided into 3 parts or 3 periods: ancient period, medieval period, and the modern period. So we will discuss about these periods in detail, right? First we will start with the ancient period. Now, Indus Valley civilization, Indus River, we have heard about the Indus River, right? We also call it Sindhu Nadi, right? So Indus River we have learned in the earlier chapters, right? So Indus Valley civilization or Harappa civilization. Harappa civilization and Indus Valley civilization, one as same thing, right? So Harappa is the city name, right? So that flourished around 2500 BCE, before Christ, right? You learn about the BCAD, right? I'll tell you in the next class, right? So it was an advanced civilization that existed near the Indus River, right? So because of this Indus River, this name refers the Indus Valley civilization, right? And it stretched from northern western India to, which is northern western India, where it is nowadays, it is Pakistan, right? In earlier time, India and Pakistan were one country, right? And that is why the northwestern India, nowadays it is in Pakistan. It was named so because of the Harappa was the first city of this civilization. Because of the name of the city, which is Harappa, it got the name Indus Valley Civilization or Harappa Civilization, right? It was discovered by the historians. Another important city from this civilization is Mohenjo-daro. This is the second city that archaeologists have found or historians have studied on it, right? So, brain shaker who discovered Harappa civilization, Sir John Marshall, he was a famous archaeologist. He discovered the Harappa civilization. So, have you understood what is Indus Valley civilization or Harappa civilization? Right? People started staying near the Indus River. Nowadays, it is in Pakistan. This is the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. It is in Pakistan, right? And it stretched from northwest India and present. Now, in present days, it is Pakistan. So, you can see the great bath in Mohenjo-daro in picture, and this is again some pictures from Harappa civilization. This is the great bath. It looks like a swimming pool. The people of Harappa civilization used this great bath for the religious bath, right? Now let's see. Civilization had well-planned cities and buildings like Great Bath in Mohenjo-daro, the granary in Harappa, right? We have seen in this picture the Great Bath in Mohenjo-daro, right? This is the city name of Indus Valley civilization. So, Great Bath, people used to bath on some religious occasions, right? Religious festivals. So, this was the Great Bath of Mohenjo-daro. It was well planned, and here a picture of Harappa civilization, and there was granary. Granary is what? Granary is a storeroom where they used to store the grains, right? They used to store the grains so that it won't flush away in flood, all right, and the grains can be protected by mice, etc., right? So, granary and the Great Bath. These structures or these monuments, now it is monument, the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro was very well planned cities, right? Now, powerful dynasties of ancient India. Many dynasties reigned over India during the ancient period. Two major dynasties we will discuss. There were so many dynasties, but majorly we will discuss about two dynasties. First is Maurya dynasty. Chandragupta Maurya was the founder of this dynasty, right? And it was called Mauryan Empire in 321 BCE, right? Years later, his grandson Ashoka, we have all learned about Ashoka. Ashoka was his grandson and he became the emperor of this Mauryan dynasty, right? It was started by Chandragupta Maurya, and later on his grandson Ashoka, he was the part of this dynasty and he was a great emperor. After the war against Kalinga, the Kalinga war, he was very upset after seeing the killing, the violence and the wounding of people, and later on he decided that he will not fight any more wars, right? He decided that and he embraced Buddhism. After that, after the war of Kalinga, Ashoka decided not to fight anymore and he embraced the Buddhism. बौद्ध धर्म को अपना लिया. He helped spread Buddhism in India and in other countries, right? So, we are talking about what? The Mauryan dynasty. Who was the founder? Chandragupta Maurya was the founder of Mauryan dynasty, right? And Ashoka, the great emperor, he was the Chandragupta Maurya's grandson, And when he saw the people are dying in the war, the killing, the violence, the wounding, the bleeding, like he was very upset that time, and he decided that he will not fight anymore, okay, and he embraced the Buddhism. Now, next dynasty is Gupta dynasty of the ancient India. The Gupta dynasty had powerful rulers who ruled over India in 4th and 5th century. 4th and 5th century, right? Under the Guptas, many developments were made in the fields of science, astronomy. Astronomy means the study related with space, right? Science, astronomy, mathematics and art. And this area or this period, this era is also called what? The golden age of ancient India. So we will discuss about the Gupta dynasty of ancient India. This dynasty had powerful rulers who ruled over India, right? When it was in 4th and 5th centuries, right? And under the Guptas, many developments were made, and in the field of science, astronomy, mathematics and art. So that is why it was called the golden age of the ancient India. Why? Astronomy, all you know what is astronomy? Astronomers, you must have learned in the science, astronomers and GK. Astronomy is the study related with space or celestial bodies, right? So this was the golden period of ancient India, the Gupta dynasty. So we have learned about the Mauryan dynasty and Gupta dynasty, that was the part of ancient India. Now we'll come to the medieval India. First we will learn about the foreign invader of ancient India. Indo-Aryans came to India from Central Asia around 1500 BC. You need to remember all the years that are given in this chapter, kids. So they settled in North India after driving away the people living there. The people who were already located there, they asked them to leave the place and they started settling down in North India. The Aryans grew crops and domesticated animals. They domesticated the animals. We all know domesticated animals. Domestic animals we keep with us because we get milk from them, we get meat and we get lot many other things from them. Eggs also. We get wool also. So, and they are helpful for us in many other ways. They carry the load, they help in plowing the fields, right? So, this is called the domestication. So, the Aryans grew crop. They started cultivation of crops and domestication of animals. They performed sacrifices and open air ceremonies. Sacrifices means bali dena. So they performed sacrifices and open air ceremonies. This age is also called the Vedic age. This age, ancient India was called the Vedic age. Why so? Because the Vedas, the 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samveda and Atharveda was written during this period. So the Vedas were written during this period. So that is why this period is also called the Vedic age, right? Now Alexander the Great. Alexander, he was very powerful ruler from Macedonia, Greece, attacked India in 326 BC. And he defeated whom? He defeated King Porus of Punjab. Although the king was defeated by Alexander the Great, but still Alexander was very impressed with Porus because of his bravery, right? So that was about the ancient India. Now it's time for medieval period, the second period, or called the medieval period. Indian medieval history is associated with start of Mughals, right? Mughal also came to India and they ruled us. So medieval period starts from the Mughal dynasty. Babur came to India in 1526 CE and laid the foundation of Mughal dynasty. Mughal rule in our country, in India. Then Barbar's son, who was the Barbar's son is again important. It was Humayun. Humayun was the Barbar's son. Then he took the charge and he became the king and succeeded his father. After Humayun's death, the Humayun's son, that was Akbar, he became the emperor of this Mughal dynasty. Emperor in 1556, at the age of 13 years, he became the emperor. Alright. Now was the greatest Mughal ruler who expanded the empire by alliances and wars. He expanded his empire by alliances, means association, merging some other kingdoms into the Mughal kingdom, right? So he expanded his empire by alliances and wars. He fought some battles and he won that. So he merged all the kingdoms in the modern kingdom, right? So with the alliances and wars, he expanded who? Akbar. Akbar expanded his empire. At what age he became emperor? Very good. It is at the age of 13 years he became the emperor, right? Now, Akbar, along with his tutor, what was his name? The tutor's name was Bairam Khan. Tutor means his personal teacher, right? So Akbar and his teacher Bairam Khan defeated the Afghan ruler Adil, right? And his general Hemu at the second battle of Panipat, which was held in 1556. Battle of Panipat and Battle of Haldi Ghati is very important and question will come on this topic. So you need to remember the years. The Battle of Panipat, second Battle of Panipat, which was held in 1556 between the Delhi king, the name was Hemu, and Akbar. Alright, and in 1576 CE, he fought and defeated whom? Akbar defeated Maharana Pratap Singh, the king of Mewar, the battle of Haldi Ghati. So, Haldi Ghati ka yudh and battle of Panipat, Panipat ki ladai is very important, and Akbar defeated whom? Maharana Pratap. He was the emperor of Mewar. He was the king of Mewar and Akbar won in this. He defeated Maharana Pratap. Akbar was succeeded by his son Jahangir. Now, what was his son name? Akbar's son name was Jahangir. Jahangir was his son, and Jahangir's son was Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan, he built the Taj Mahal, that is in Agra, is famous Taj Mahal in Agra. After that, Aurangzeb was Shah Jahan's successor and the last important king of this dynasty, right? Mughal dynasty. So, you need to remember about all these emperors of the Mughal dynasty, of the Mughal empire, right? The rulers after Aurangzeb were weak and the Mughals gradually lost their power around 18th century. Around 18th century, after Aurangzeb, Aurangzeb was the last powerful emperor. After that, the kings or the emperors, they were weak and they lost their power. And what happened? The Jats, the Sikhs and the Marathas, the state of Mysore become powerful. Yes, they became powerful. Who? Jat, Sikh and Marathas. They became powerful and this was the end of this Mughal dynasty, right? So kids, let's see about the modern period. During Mughal period, some European trading companies starting trading in India. Trade, what does it mean? Trade means to sell and purchase. When we buy something, we need to pay the amount against it, right? So trading means sale and purchasing. So business. So they have started trading in India. Then the companies became powerful with the decline of Mughal empire, right? And these companies starting fighting with each other to gain the power, to get the power and see who is most powerful. Then what happened? The British company defeated Dutches, Portuguese and the French and they got the power and became the powerful company, right? So Sirajuddaula, that was the ruler in Bengal and was defeated by Britishers in 1757 CE. Sirajuddaula, he was the emperor of Bengal and he got defeated by whom? By British company in 1757 CE. With this, the British, they gained control over the Bengal. They started ruling on Bengal and gradually the other part of our country. In 1857, the Indians revolted against the British company, but we got defeated by them. The country then became under the direct rule of Queen England. In 1857, we started revolting, but we got defeated and the country was directly under the rule of Queen of England. Now, political organizations were formed in our company to free India. And what was the company's name? It was Indian National Congress that was led by Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi led this movement and this company name was Indian National Congress and he became the face of what? This freedom movement, Mahatma Gandhi, right? He believed in non-violence or ahimsa and peaceful methods of protest, or we call it satyagraha. He was against the violence and that is why he opted the way of non-violence, right? And this is called ahimsa and peaceful method he opted for protest against British company. Years of non-violence resistance to British rule led by Mahatma Gandhi and eventually what happened? We got independent in 1947, 15th August 1947. We became free. We got our freedom. Now we are an independent country on 15th August. That is why we celebrate 15th August as Independence Day. Now you got it. Why we celebrate this as an Independence Day? This is the National Festival of India. Very good. This is the picture of Satyagraha led by Mahatma Gandhi, right? So kids, that's all for this chapter. Let's revise what we have learned during the session. The history of India can be divided into three periods: ancient period, the medieval period, and the modern period, right? Now, the Indus Valley civilization flourished in northwestern India and this part presently in Pakistan. Very good. The Indo-Aryans, they came to India when? During Vedic age. Why it is called Vedic age? Because the Vedas were written in this period. The Rig Veda, the Yajur Veda, Sam Veda and Atharva Veda, right? Emperor Ashoka, who embraced Buddhism, was a ruler of Mauryan dynasty. And who was the leader? Chandragupta Maurya. And Ashoka was the grandson of Chandragupta Maurya. And later, he was embraced with Buddhism after the Kalinga battle. Akbar was a powerful ruler of the Mughal Empire. The British took over India after the decline of the Mughal Empire, right? And we gained the independence from British on 15th August 1947, right kids? Have you understood? You need to remember this. This is the Indian history, right? You need to remember this because you are the citizen of India. So now it's time for question answers. Why is this Indus Valley civilization considered as advanced civilization? Who was Ashoka? How did he help in spreading Buddhism? Who was Qutbuddin Aibak? And name the capital city established by Akbar. Write about two major battles that was fought by him. And who became a face of freedom movement and how he has done this. So we have done all these questions in detail while explanation of the chapter, kids. Now it's time for homework. Please complete the answers on your own, right? Hope you have enjoyed this session. Stay excited for clamp of another videos. I will catch you in the next class of SST. Till then, take care of yourselves.